Alright, what is up YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys with my update video for the channel. I know it's a little late, and I can explain all the reasons for what's going on, as well as give you guys the needed to know updates for the channel as we proceed into the summer months. So I completely forgot to make a video for the end of May. And what was supposed to be the beginning of May's information, as well as what I was going to do for the rest of the next couple of months, because now I'm on vacation, and I won't go back till August. I wanted to get you guys to, the information you needed about what's going to happen to the channel. So if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel's update video. I normally do these every couple of months. I want to say every few months, actually, every 2 to 3, depending on how long of a process I've been doing it from the last one. So this is just to inform you of what's going on with the channel, what things will be happening with the channel in the future, and what possible changes have happened to the channel as well. So, some big things are going to happen to the channel. One is that I am not going to be live streaming anymore on the channel. The channel's live streaming will be on Twitch instead of YouTube. The reason why it's not going to be on YouTube anymore is due to the fact that Twitch gives you more of a freedom of what you can do on there. I'm not saying YouTube doesn't, but YouTube for the longest just has not been where the audience is when it comes to doing stuff on Twitch or doing stuff that involves a live audience. Twitch is where a lot of gamers go now to do a lot of these things. So I want to be a part of that. I've changed up the channel's icon, as you can tell, and it's not a hand-drawn situation anymore. The reason why is because I've been asking people on social media, the Instagram and Twitter, about changing the icon. A lot of people want to see more of a constructed icon. They're not saying that they don't like my hand-drawn stuff. It's just a lot difficult to see due to when I take the picture of it, it's not easy to see. The lighting can backfire. So I am looking into getting commissions for the channel's icon and background, but I think it's more easier to make a background because you can just slap, a collage together. But I'm trying to work on doing my own variations of icons for thumbnails and icons for the channel. I think just off of some feedback that I got, and just trying to make sure that you guys are, seeing a lot of what's going on. There's a lot more experience to it, and that we can all connect on the same page. So with that said, I think it's time to move on to one of the bigger things for the channel, and that's a lot about communication. I want everyone to understand that sometimes I'm not going to get everything right. No one's perfect, and that what communication I can get from people has to come through social media. I don't have a lot of access to, asking questions and stuff via the little things that they try to give you to add, questions and polls and stuff to the channel, because it gets it's very difficult for me to adjust that. So that's why I have the Twitter. I have my Twitter page, I have my Instagram for the channel, so that way you guys can communicate with me there when I ask a lot of questions about, okay guys, what would you like for this to happen, or how do you feel about this, when I ask these questions, because I want to communicate with my audience, and I feel like there's not a big enough communication between me and you guys, whether you're subbed, not subbed, whether you're old or new to the channel. I want that communication, and I want to build that communication with you guys. And also not step over boundaries or not have boundaries stepped over. And that's, a hard thing with being on YouTube or being on social media, is that people tend to not it's a very weird thing, especially for myself. Like, I can only speak for me. I can't speak for everyone else. But sometimes I don't know what the difference between, um, constructive criticism and constructive criticism help, and then someone trolling. Because sometimes trolls tend to be very snarky, very nasty, and at a point where someone like me, I will boil over and won't take it too well. And I get some of you want to help because you want to see me grow and all of that, but I would just prefer the way you say it to be very, to just be careful of how you say things, because some things can be taken a lot of other ways. But luckily enough, there hasn't been that. And then I also want to address another issue, is that whatever you hear people say, I will just say it now. If it ain't for me, I can say it. And there is an issue about enthusiasm and questioning if I am really doing a lot for the channel, and a whole lot of other things about the channel. So I'm just going to debunk it here. I love what I do on YouTube. Whether it sounds like I am or aren't, I am doing the best I can with what I have, and I keep going forward. I enjoy doing a lot of what I have done, and I enjoy the large amount of work that I have. Yeah, I have moments where I break down. I have moments where I'm angry and I take my frustration out. I'm human. That's what I do. And I had a nasty situation with someone that used to be friends with me, and he said some really nasty things. And a lot of it was over, some social media stuff that was said, and some personal things was said. And I want people to understand that I am 100% dedicated to this. And what you may think is not, put together, it is put together, and I put 100% effort into it. I'm not a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player. I'm not a competitive Puzzles and Dragons player. I'm just your run-of-the-mill average, casual gamer. I stepped into YouTube almost 10 years ago, literally on that basis. I'm not here to step on no one's foot. I don't expect anyone to try to step on my foot. If I feel some type of way about it, or I don't feel a situation is being addressed, I'll speak on it just like any other human is. That doesn't mean knock me down because of that. That doesn't mean, because someone has something negative to say, that you have to listen to, you have to believe it. If it doesn't come from me, then I didn't say it. There was also an issue, like I said, there was an issue of enthusiasm. I'm very enthusiastic about it. Sometimes I'm just tired. Sometimes I get really sleepy. Sometimes I do a lot of things, but I'm only one person. I do everything by myself, from editing to live streaming to getting information and stuff out there. That's all me. That there's no one else behind this phone. There's no one else behind the messages. That is 100% me. When a lot of these things happen, they happen. Some people and me may not agree with each other. Some people may not like what I say. I don't like what a lot of other people say. That's just being human. So there's no need to gang up on or come for anyone, or feel like there's a need to come for someone. And, that's a large portion of what I want to express to all of you. That HPJ is here. HPJ is here to stay. And I have nothing negative to say to anyone. And I just keep to me. If I feel some type of way about something, of course, I'm going to say how I feel. If it rubs somebody the wrong way, then, that's just life. There's nothing I can do about that. If I speak on something because I feel passionate about something, then I'm going to speak on it and be very passionate about it. And there's nothing wrong with being passionate about the things you do. I ain't a people pleaser. I'm not here to please everybody. I'm here to please myself. I know there's a lot of people that I'm not going to like. There are a lot of people that are not going to like me. And that's fine. Some of them might be your friends. Some of them might not be your friends. That's just how life goes. did not create this channel or anything about this channel to please anyone if it wasn't pleasing myself first. If I wasn't happy with the material, I wouldn't put it out. There's videos that literally I took down personally because a lot of them were just not what I wanted people to see me in. There was a lot of things that I regret, and I did get rid of those videos. Those videos probably archived somewhere. Someone has recordings of them. So what? That's life. I know what I did. There are some things that if I could take it back, I would. If I apologized for it, I did. But to dwell on it doesn't help. And for the messy pot of people that like this pot stir, they do it because they want their attention. And I love giving them their 15 minutes. So I hope they're happy with it. Now, with that all said and done, I leave that part of the discussion out. Now, the next part of the discussion is that when the channel, well, what are we at now? Okay, so with the channel itself, honestly, it's just going through its evolution. It's going through its phases, you know. I can't wait till I hit 200. I'll be really happy when I hit 200 because I'm already at 183 right now. And I'm just going to continue to give you guys everything that I possibly can. And I know you guys are enjoying a lot of what I've been producing. So I hope you guys are excited and happy about that. Because I have a few more things that I want to talk about when it comes to live streaming and stuff like that. And if you guys, I get a lot of us are not going to be able to watch live streams here and there. Luckily enough, I have them recorded. So someone asked me, you were talking to a whole lot of people, because on my end, I see different numbers than what you guys see. Sometimes those numbers aren't just from Twitch, they're from YouTube, or maybe the people coming in and out. Sometimes people raid. Sometimes people raid with a small group. Sometimes people raid with one person. Sometimes people just come in to watch and see. So I still have to make sure and maintain that happiness, that joy, and that amount of yay. Excuse me, when it happens. Music is subjective to people, so I am going to continue to still play my music because it keeps me sane. And I've never had anyone have an issue with what I played anyway, except for YouTube, because copyrights. So I am trying to keep my music list very sharp, very keen to Twitch's setup. And I think I haven't been hit with anything, and I haven't received any emails from Twitch about anything, so I've been perfectly okay. The other thing to add on before I actually move on to... well, actually, no, I'm still on the whole live streaming and stuff. Well, actually, no, because I actually want to touch a bit on that. But, no, as far as the channel and its changes go, I think that's about it. Also, a little thing to note, this is for, Puzzles and Dragons and Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is also one of the things that becomes a big issue in the game. Not everybody can afford the here and there's. Not everybody wants to play the here and there's. And that's okay. Preference is what makes decks and teams their own. So we're not going to all have the same monster box. We're not going to have the same access to Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. We're not going to have the same access to things here and there. That's life. That is what, we're subjected to. That's what goes on. And you can't be mad if I pronounce something wrong, because I'm going to tell you, everyone 100%. Sometimes I don't pronounce things right. And some things that if I pronounce it, I'm trying to ensure I don't pronounce it to where it offends someone. I think one of the big examples is my pronunciation of the Great Witch of the Ice Flowers. I call her Reed-Chi. That's just because that's how I see it. That's how I read it. Reed-Chi. Somebody may say, no, it's Reach. The E is silent. Well, I'm sorry, but if I want to pronounce that E, I'm going to pronounce that E. I'm going to spell it the right way, like it's spelled, but I'm going to pronounce it differently. You're going to hate when I get to the Hindu gods, because I'm going to butcher everybody's name at that point. And at that point, I'm going to ad-lib it, or short names, so that way you at least know who I'm talking about, and I ain't got to sit there and embarrass myself for a foreign language, especially if I don't want to offend the people that the language is accustomed to. So that is that in terms of cards and pronunciations and team builds. I build what I can, and I go from there. So, alright. I've gotten that good portion of the video out the way. So, let's just go through what other things will be doing. So, live streams, like I said, they're going to be moved to Twitch. If you guys want to see me live stream, the Twitch information is always in the bottom of my videos. You can always look up, of course, Harpie Player Joe in your Twitch search bar, so you guys can see me there. And I normally live stream on weekends, but because this is the summer, I kind of want to add an additional day. And sometimes I might just take a break from live streaming. So you can't be mad if I want to take a break. I'll let everybody know on Instagram and Twitter if I'm going to take my day off, or I'm just overwhelmed, or if it's too hot and I can't stream because of the heat. So those things are normal and normality. Other things about the Twitch channel before I move on is that Twitch seems to be a lot more easier to get a lot more things done. I did start being able to. I didn't set up my Twitch to save a lot of things, especially my older live streams. So now they do. So they save them in increments of 15 till I become a partner, or I think it's my follower account and stuff goes up. Because I don't know exactly how Twitch works, because I'm still new to it. So when those numbers and ratios go up, then I'll be able to save more. But for right now, my count is 15, and I believe I have 3 of my latest live streams saved right now. So if you guys want to check out my older videos, they are right up there for you guys to watch. Also, what does this mean for YouTube? Well, that means that I have now officially not streaming on YouTube. I'm sorry to anyone who prefers YouTube over Twitch, but I gotta go where it takes me. I gotta go where the people could be. I have to, brighten my horizons. The other thing is my my recording and streaming app. It unfortunately isn't on the Apple Store. They were trying to update the systems, but there's no access point. They were removed. They're trying to figure out what's going on. We haven't heard back from them. I've been having a lot of issues with this recording app. Besides the fact that it does record really well off of my phone, and I don't really have too many problems when it comes to streaming. So I'm going to keep all of that together as much as I possibly can. And I know it will appear on video descriptions. But I just wanted to warn you guys now that those video descriptions may not be accurate as far as it goes with the Android app. I don't know about the iOS. It might still be on the iOS store if you're looking to find one. But yeah, don't hold your breath. And also wanted to make just a little bit of key point that I do record off of a headset, a Skull Candy headset, or maybe just wireless headphones headset. So if you hear additional noise in backgrounds and stuff, that's just coming from me trying to play it as smart as I possibly can, because I can't really afford everything. Luckily enough, I'm trying to help with that as well. So, you just have to bear with me like I bear with a lot of other things. We're going to move on to parts of the live streams that will be happening. Of course, Puzzles and Dragons will still be one of the big things live streamed on the channel, because that's one of the big things that people come to my live streams for. As far as Yu-Gi-Oh goes, I don't know what the audience wants. I'll ask again, do you guys want me to live stream? What do you want to see? And all of that. I'll try to fit it back in, but if I can't make promises I can't keep. So I'm not going to very much guarantee Yu-Gi-Oh on this day, Yu-Gi-Oh on that day, because I still have another thing going on my channel. Also, another thing that I wanted to bring up with live streams, I'm going to Twitch. So I'm going to be asking on Instagram and Twitter, what do you want to see me live stream? Because I might just pop in a video game or two, to keep the audience variety going. Talk about video games, because that's what I do. I don't want to sit there and be bored and you guys just listen to the music, because I don't want to get copyright strike. Like, I want to keep the entertainment going. If you guys want to talk, the comments bar's right there. Talk to me, ask me questions. How am I doing? What music am I listening to? What do I feel about current game that just came out? Do I play this game? Do I play that game? Or just let me ramble. At least it'll keep the dead air and you get to know me a little more. So that's, the thing about live streams is that you get to interact with the people that you normally don't think you'd interact with in a stream. And it's just amazing how awesome that becomes. So I want to keep that going. I want to keep that flow, and I want to keep the whole segment of it constantly moving. I think that's pretty much it for everything, because I think the only other thing to tell you guys is that there's another game that I'm really, really wanting to live stream, and I'm going to test it out soon. I'm not going to say when. I'm just going to say I want to test it out soon. And let's just say I have a down day from Puzzles and Dragons. I don't want to do no Puzzles and Dragons. I might do that other option for my live streams. And I really do enjoy video games. And maybe it might be a random video game from the Game Boy Color era, the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy, not the SP. I think this is going to relatively stick between GBA and GBC. Maybe I might pop in a way to get a JRPG or something from another, from PlayStation, because I think PlayStation stuff is easier to emulate on a phone, especially if you can do it right. So, I might step into those genres. You may never know. I've been watching a lot of Let's Plays, and I've been getting a lot of walk around and seeing what other people do, and it's been really inspiring. So I want to keep that flow going. Next up is, I have a Patreon. So if you want to help me not use cheap headphones, in quotation, cheap headphones, Patreon, right there. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for my Patreon, and I don't know if I'll probably set up some stuff for like headphones and some better recording equipment and stuff like that. I think just start off really small. I'm not forcing anyone to contribute to the Patreon, but it was a discussion I had with a lot of friends about having a Patreon, and because of being a YouTuber, maybe it might help. You never know exactly till you really see what's going on. So I am questioning if I want to fully go into having a Patreon, and I've already made it, so I kind of guess I am wanting to do it. So if you guys want to help and contribute to that, don't worry. I'll leave a link in the description below, and you can join the Patreon. I don't know how much. I don't think I want to charge much if you want to be a full member of the Patreon. I don't know how far I want to go with it or how far it's going to go, so I'm not rushing anyone or pressuring anyone into it. But I just want everyone to know that it is available if you want to contribute to the channel. So let's move on from there. We're going to move on to the Puzzles and Dragons update. Pretty much just the same as it was before. I'll do events. I'll do roles. Team building showcases are not going to be called team building showcases anymore. The reason for that is because I think I missed the whole purpose of it. Is that when I initially started out this game, and how this game initially started, Puzzles and Dragons isn't what you would consider something like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, like Pokemon, where you have full access to every Pokemon that you possibly can. I guess you kind of still call it a loot box in a way, or it's still on a random generator where you don't know exactly what you're going to roll or what you're going to get. So with that in mind, my teams are just going to be what they are based off of what I have in my monster box, because I don't have a lot of things like the next couple of players do. Some of my stuff may not be the same thing, may not be leveled up, may not be skilled up, or I haven't had the chance to skill up. So what it is just what it is. I do thank the people for trying to help in terms of me knowing a lot of the knowledge of the game, but I'm a very casual Puzzles and Dragons player, and I'm still shocked that I made it this far. So I kind of just want to keep it to where it is. I'm not trying to force myself to play arena or play through, super extremely hard dungeon, because, my knowledge of the dungeon isn't as par. I have to be very prepared. I have to know what's coming, what's not coming. And I can't make promises about clearing dungeons that I can't clear. So that's part of also the reason why you don't see the dungeon runs anymore, because dungeon runs are going to be linked into Team Showcase or into the live streams. Like, if, say for instance, there's some dungeons I'm going to be running through a particular setup, or this is a new month, so that means a new quest. I'll be running through the dungeons of that quest with the team, or I'll be running through a particular dungeon with a particular team to showcase what that team can do that I've built. It's not going to be a team building showcase. No, it's just going to be a team showcase. I'm going to show you what the team is, when it's the process of me building it, and any other things that I'll have in conjunction with that. Because that's just, how I've played this game, and how much of a concept I have taken from this game. I'm not, a lot of people don't really understand that that's the whole purpose of the team showcase. It's just to show off the team. Whether it's right or wrong, whether people will like the team that I build or not, I enjoy the team that I built. Or if I want to go back to a team and I want to fix something up, I can, and there shouldn't be repercussions to it at all. Or petty troll either, because that's not going to be tolerated. But yeah, that is like the main thing for it. I know I've been talking about updates and stuff. I can't really keep up with the updates from Japan, because their update system is way different from ours. And because of that, I don't really think I'm going to do updates in terms of the if you're not in, pretty much, if it hasn't come to the NA, I don't want to do it. If there is something that sparks my eye, then I will do it. But other than that, it's going to be too much stress for me to do NA and JP. So if there's card-specific stuff that I find interesting, I'll do it. If not, if there's an event going on, I'll talk about the event. I'll talk about what I know in terms of my own knowledge of the game. And then that's pretty much it on my end. Now, if you want to contribute to the conversation, like, oh, Joseph, you missed this, or Joseph, this is how this works, or hey, Joseph, this is how this ability works, and this is what type of setup it can be for this type of team, then that's perfectly fine. But don't jam down my neck and scream and shout, you're not doing this and this, and you need to do all that, because I get enough of that from Yu-Gi-Oh, trust me. You've seen the videos, and you've probably seen that comment section. So yeah, I just want it to be a fair and relaxing and comforting type of situation when it comes to me doing those types of things. Especially because there are still a lot of things that are new. And I like I said, I'm not a competitive player. I don't really find Puzzles and Dragons to be something that I look as a competitive type of game, because there aren't really, like, in my opinion, I don't see person versus person matches. I see person and person and person versus dungeon. Then I see, the active skill changes and stuff like that. So it's kind of like Pokemon in that way, where it's like it's a lot of RPG elements. It's a lot of multiverse types of things where you can play with other people and all of that. But for me, honestly, looking into it and just the overall thing, I don't see what a lot of people see in terms of it being a massive what is it? So I'm trying to look for the terminology, but you'll probably understand what I'm talking about. Like, I don't see it as such a big, I don't see it as the competitive scene. I don't see it as I see it as a multiplayer, but the multiplayer itself is in a different form. Like, I don't see it how a lot of other people would see it in terms of it being something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, where you are playing other people. But when I play with these other people, I'm not playing them, I'm playing the dungeon. And that's where I feel the most things. That's why I don't play a lot of co-op and stuff like that. And then, they have all this meta change and this, and this. And I'm like, okay, like, I just came to just roll my little 15 my little dice, roll my little jewels and do all that. So that's mainly part of the reason why I don't look at this as a competitive type of game, because just how the mindset is on my end, and that's really not going to change, because I'm not one of those people that just cash out so much to see and reap the benefits, because I've seen a lot of people do that. I've seen a lot of people roll, and it ain't been good. And I don't want to fall behind that. And I do be very cautious about it. If there's a a descent or something that comes, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna roll it. There shouldn't be a problem about that. Or if I want to do a particular type of style of game and setup, if I choose not to do something, just you have to respect that wish of me not wanting to do it. And it's just a lot of those things that if if I don't want to do it, there's no need to force a rush. And I just like to move on from that. Alright, Yu-Gi-Oh players and Yu-Gi-Oh side of it. So communication is key. If you want to see live streams and stuff, you gotta let me know. Other than that, it's deck profiles. I'm gonna be doing some dual replays so you guys can see me play these decks in action. The editing's not gonna be pretty. I just want you guys to know that firsthand. And there will be a lot of music. Now, as far as it goes, I'll pre-record it and then just record. No, I'll do the little replays, and then while I play the replays, I'll just either commentate over the replays, or I will put music to the replays, whichever one I feel comfortable with at that point. Events and stuff, that's just typical, because I believe we're going to go into YCS World's territory. We're also going to go into the territory of Worlds, and all the WCQs are going to start happening, and people are getting ready for Nats and Worlds and all of that. I'll probably still be playing in tournaments. I'm going to try to see if I can get to some tournaments. I'm going to try to get stuff together for weekend visits and all of that. I have no idea what that was. The crazy things happen in my house. But yeah, as far as this Forbidden and Limited list go, when the TCG gets theirs, I'll talk about it. The OCGs got theirs, and that video is up. New product, if anything interests me, I will do it accordingly, because like I said, I'm not obligated to a lot of these things, so don't expect a lot of things to be talked about unless I want to talk about it. And then that's pretty much it. So alright, everybody, that is pretty much going to be the last of the information that's going to be told for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If there's anything that you'd like to address, of course you can leave that in the comment section below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that subscription button so you guys can subscribe to me for more. Hit the notification bell when you want to be informed of when I upload, and watch out for updates about the live streams. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. HJ signing out.